say words couldn't hurt me. Videos, just my name, they getting thirsty. Go ahead and put him in a hearse. It's getting murky, this time I deserve it. I'm ready for whatever war said. He been a matador, stand for the things I'm dreaming for.
Into that, Your Honor, the state talks about the fact that Mr. Williams takes people to Miami. You would have heard evidence if we went forward. I put all these people on my witness list. Not one person on my witness list has been interviewed by law enforcement or the prosecution. They have investigated this case for 15 years. They haven't interviewed all these people. The Sprinter van that you heard about, that was already booked days before. Going to Miami, Florida, Mr. Williams and Mr. Brian Birdman Williams, they did a video shoot for a music video. If anybody would have gone further with the expert for the state, they would have seen that Mr. Williams' cell phone does not contact any of the co-defendants that are named here in Miami, and Mr. Williams stays at a separate location than any of those persons. He would always take people who can't afford it on airplanes, on buses, on tours, to his concerts. He let everyone go because, Your Honor, they never left that area. He wanted to show people you have an opportunity. The world is big. Mr. Williams gave jobs to everybody who'd want to work. He gave them jobs and security, and I'm not insulting them. They really weren't their jobs, but they were being mentored, but they were given titles and tried to give them respect and opportunity. But if they did not wish to work, Mr. Williams would not allow them to work with them. This has all been turned on its head by the state.
What's up, bro?
The fact that the state has
I'm on live right now.
Mr. Williams' lyrics are
yes, sir.
offensive. Mr.
I'm gonna catch up with you in like 6 seconds. As soon as it's done.
Thousands of recordings on our witness list. We are bringing in all of his people, his recording artists, his engineers, his managers, his record label, and an expert, the Honorable Dr. Eric Nielsen.
Running like something. Running like something. I'm gonna end this.
His music.
You won't get a raw reaction. Running like something.
Mr. Williams, some of the lyrics you just heard are not even uttered by Mr. Williams. The state has no idea when these lyrics were made. Some of them were made before the shooting of Donovan Thomas, that the state is saying this applies to Donovan Thomas killing with the Tahoe. They are so far afield of where we need to be when we are trying to, God forbid, take somebody's liberty, Your Honor. The state is talking about things like F the judge and I rep my life for real. That's not even said by Mr. Williams, but they don't care to find out. They are on a tunnel vision to try to convict a man who should not be convicted. The statement about I never killed nobody, but I got something to do with that body. If the state just bothered to talk with anybody, that is a Nicki Minaj song with Jeffrey Williams. It is written by Nicki Minaj. That is on the text messages I gave, not the text message, the Instagram or Twitter rather, that I gave to the state. It's out well before this, but the state doesn't care. This is out in 2000.
Come on, still. You know what to do.
Or 16 or 17 or 18, I can't remember. I think 18, where Mr. Williams was asked who wrote anybody, and his response is anybody was written by Nicki Minaj. And it was, but it was really written and sung. It's a takeoff of a song by Tupac. There's a song that it parallels, which is an inspiration. But here we are with the state. Also, I never killed nobody, but I got something to do with the body. The next line comes up is it's a truancy body. The state can't explain that, so they just conveniently leave it out. Your Honor, there were wiretaps on this case. Mr. Williams, it was going to come out, there was an application to wiretap his phone. The state never presented to a judge. That speaks volumes. The leader of the YSL criminal street gang.
Shout out Chris Durrell. Go check out that YFN Lucci video.
According to the state,
it's already dropped.
They never even tried to wiretap his phone. It might have been because they don't really know what his phone number is. So all these communications you're being told about with Mr. Huey, I'm not so sure the state could have gotten anybody to say that's Mr. Williams' phone.
Okay.
This is how the trial has gone for us. But we sit here for almost 2 years since we did our jury selection initiation on January 4th, 2023. Mr. Williams has been sitting in a jail since May 9th, 2022. This is 2.5 years waiting for the conclusion of the state's case and a verdict from the jury, and that's why he is tendering this plea. I'm telling the court this, and the court knows when you came out the first time, it's very hard for Mr. Williams. I'm not supportive of what we're doing right now. I'm not against it. But I told Mr. Williams, you okay with me saying this?
Come on.
I told Mr. Williams,
don't do it.
That I think we're winning the trial.
You are.
Go to verdict. But he told me I can't wait another 3 months if there is any possibility I
can go home. Yes.
Because I have children that are hurting. I have things to do, and
right.
He has some medical issues that
kidneys
he to tend to. He eats out of a bag, Your Honor. He eats processed food only. He gained 75 pounds during trial. He's lost it since. But it is hard. You know, for me, it's only 3 more months. It's enjoyable, actually. I enjoy coming. It's not
putting belt,
Mr. Williams. He told me
putting belts in Miss Love. Say it.
Every day, and it's another day in H.
Come on.
Your Honor.
Still, you know, we was gonna win this case.
In this case, they put in social media. The Honorable Court was not here, but the state put in that Mr. Williams, in the indictment, Mr. Williams put out a call for murder. He put $24 million murder for hire on a person's head. That is a lot of money, and that is awful. If they would have read the chat, the Instagram chat, Mr. Williams, right above it, there's a picture of a very well-known, very accomplished musical artist who actually had surgically implanted in his forehead a $24 million that day. That's what Mr. Williams would talk about. That's the type of evidence that is coming from the state of Georgia.
Come on, still. Bring it home.
Is wrong.
Hit the like button to get out my chat.
I know we're pleading guilty, and I know we're pleading nolo, and I know we're asking this honorable court for a certain sentence, and we'll get to it with the court's permission. But this is the type of evidence that there is. But it is holding this man hostage. And that's not really what we're supposed to do, district attorney time in the state of Georgia or anywhere.
Come on.
The state then, because I opened on that, then they never bothered to put in all of the chats. Why did it take me to read the chats? In addition to that, going back to Donovan Thomas, talk about Mr. Williams involved, the state did a geofence. A geofence has misrepresented for 2 years in front of this jury.
Thank you.
They have hidden evidence. They have violated Brady. They have falsely accused Mr. Williams. Your Honor, saying that Mr. Williams gets that call 7 minutes after the state said 6. It was 7 minutes after the killing of Donovan Thomas.
It's false.
From Demise McMullen.
It's false. Come on.
Mr. Williams was already out of his home. Mr. Demise McMullen is calling Mr. Williams. He's not even there. He's going down to meet with Mr. Kelvin Treadwell, also known as O.G. Bentley. O.G. Bentley was supposed to go to Miami, Florida. They were talking about this deal. And Mr. Williams, that day, he was given another contract. Mr. Williams, by this time, he went from zero money. He is a multimillionaire at the time. He doesn't need the Cleveland Avenue drug deals for $15. He doesn't need the shootings. He wasn't even living in Atlanta since 2018, 19, 20, 21. He came back the very end of 21, 6 months, and he got arrested in May of 2022. In his house, Your Honor, we have everyone on the witness list. There were 12 people living at the house. Mr. Williams opens up any of a car that he has. He'll rent cars for people. Any home he has, he will allow people to live in hotels because people that he knows, unfortunately, are homeless. And he gives them all places to stay, cars to drive around. He is not involved in criminal activity. Mr. Williams just got back in our country. His passport shows it. Right before he was arrested on May 9th of 2022, there were other people in that house with the drugs and the guns. There are people whose the guns are in their names. They were going to come in court and claim the guns. Everybody else was doing as well, but Mr. Williams has entered a guilty plea. I'm not going back on that, but I just want you to know that this case is just wrong to do to somebody with no bond and to hold him hostage. He wants to, he may not do it. He's aware of that. He's aware of that. But the state offered him 15 years on probation. But they keep piling on these conditions. He just said, he made up his mind. He said, I'm just going to go with it. I got to get home. Judge may not let me home, but I'm not doing these conditions and admit that I'm the leader and I'm involved in the killing, and my music just promoted everybody to do it. He's not going to do that. So he did not do that. And that's how we wound up here. The state, the night of the killing, people came to Mr. Williams' home. The state tells the court, he said, lay low. What they don't tell you is right after that, he gave money to Mr. Sledge, who said, they're going to kill me. They think I did it. And Mr. Williams said, if you had anything to do with it, I want to be with you. And Mr. Sledge said, I just need a hotel room with my children and my bride or my significant other to get to. And Mr. Williams said, be safe, lay low. That's the lay low. In addition to that, Mr. Williams told Mr. Copeland's with the police. Hours after the killing of Mr. Donovan Thomas, Mr. Copeland goes to the police department. Mr. Williams is the person who told him to go. Mr. Copeland said, what do I do? They're shooting at my house, at my family's house, at my significant other's mother's house. And Mr. Williams said, if you had anything to do with the murder, get out of here. Mr. Copeland denied it. Mr. Williams said, then go tell the police. Mr. Copeland said, you want me to go to the police? And Mr. Williams said, if you had nothing to do with it, they think you did it. Go to the police. In addition to that, Mr. Copeland said, well, I'm going to retaliate. Mr. Williams told him, don't do that. Let 12 handle. That's on recordings. That is on recordings on January 11th of 2015 with Detective Thorpe. Your Honor, as far as Dwayne Carter, the performer known as Lil Wayne, Mr. Williams had no conflict with him. They are friends. We were presenting evidence that right before this shooting of the tour bus is April 26th of 2015. Mr. Williams is performing in New Orleans area. And that's the area where it's Holly Grove, where Mr. Carter, or Lil Wayne, the performer known as Lil Wayne, comes from. And in order to drum up popularity and interest, people get on the internet and they start what's called rap battles, arguments, feuds. That's what happened here. And you would have heard testimony from Mr. Williams' management that they said, start a rap battle. It'll be better for your career. Mr. Dwayne Carter is aware of that. Mr. Dwayne Carter's interviewed. The state's aware of this. He has interviews after this. Are you mad? What's the real deal with Jeffrey Williams? He states, no. He's great with me. He brought popularity to me. He loves me. He idolizes me, and I love working with him. They did an album together. In 2014, they're in the studio together, making music together. It is all made up that Mr. Williams is involved. Mr. Williams gives a statement. The state refuses to put it in and then stopped me, the previous judge, from cross-examining the detective. His name is Racy. He met with Mr. Williams in the DeKalb County Jail on the 15th day of July 2015. Mr. Williams is arrested that day. And there's a long interview. And Mr. Williams waives his right to counsel. He tells them, I'm his lawyer. They say, you don't want to speak to us, you don't have to. He said, well, I'll speak with you. And they asked Mr. Williams these questions. What about Lil Wayne shooting? He said it was outrageous. I love him. That's my idol. I love Lil Wayne. How about this battle? He says it's promotion. They asked about his rap lyrics. It's the only person that the state ever did anything about rap lyrics with. And they asked Mr. Williams, what about the rap lyrics? And he tells them it's hyperbole. He didn't use that word. He used the word, it's made up. It's rhyming. It's made up. Not like the state is saying that I rap lyrics for real. That's not even Mr. Williams' utterance. Your Honor, the point I'm trying to make to you is what the state of Georgia presented to this jury in this courtroom the past year has been full of untruths.
Misrepresentation.
The state says that Mr. Williams had a conflict because he named an album with Dwayne Carter, and Dwayne Carter didn't like that. Dwayne Carter's interview, he said that was one of the nicest things anyone could have done to me. It shows how much he really appreciates me. It shows respect and honor, and I appreciate what he did. The state knows this. With regards to Jimmy Winfrey, what the state did is they put in a recording. It's not Mr. Williams. It's a jail recording, Mr. Winfrey and an unknown person. And an unknown person says, when you get out, you're going to get a Porsche and $250,000.
You didn't get anything.
The state looked at all of Mr. Williams' bank records, everything. They undressed him financially. There's zero evidence Mr. Williams did anything for Mr. Winfrey. The state tells you that Mr. Winfrey asked for money for a lawyer. The conversation was, and it's recorded, it was with Mr. Williams' manager. And Jimmy Winfrey said, I need to show that I was gainfully employed for the court. Can you get me something from YSL? And the manager said, yeah, if we have it, and if it's true, yes, you can have it. That is it. There's no evidence that Mr. Williams paid for anybody's lawyer, Mr. Winfrey or otherwise. In addition to that, Your Honor, the social media postings with Mr. Rashawn Bennett, also known as YFN Lucy. So Mr. Williams, the state tells you, tells Mr. Bennett on social media, I would have killed you if I didn't like the way you take care of your mother and children. That is the post. What they don't tell you is Mr. Bennett, who is also, to his credit, trying to drum up his career. Mr. Bennett is picking on Mr. Williams, who's a much higher profile artist than Mr. Bennett at that time. And Mr. Bennett is saying that he slept with Mr. Williams' fiance while Mr. Williams and she are a significant couple, that Mr. Williams' music is awful. Nobody should listen to his music ever. Mr. Williams responds by saying, we can do an album together if you want. Stop this. The man continues of how he's sleeping with Mr. Williams' significant other. And then Mr. Williams responds by saying, I would have killed you except for what you do. That is the context that they don't tell you about. And Mr. Williams did nothing to Mr. Bennett. In fact, the evidence would have shown, if we had time or we would have gone forward, that Mr. Bennett and Mr. Williams are on the red carpet receiving awards in California, sitting right next to each other and taking photographs. This is not the Jeffrey Williams. Jeffrey Williams is a known person who is all over the place. If he did something, somebody wanted him, they can find him. This is not he is not hanging out on Cleveland Avenue. What the state is saying are not true. The situation with Mr. Bennett. So he's in the Fulton County Jail. And he's housed. And there are crazy, sick, violent people. And they're on the phone. And Mr. Myrick, M-Y-R-I-C, is calling other people, supposed co-conspirators. How much will Jeffrey Williams give? He doesn't say that, but that's the theme of it, as well as Christian Eppinger. What the state doesn't tell you is that when Mr. Sumlin is asked, hey, find out how much Thug will pay me to kill Mr. YFN Lucci, Mr. Sumlin says, I don't know his number. I can't get in touch with him. He doesn't talk to me. And that's because, Your Honor, since 2015, and he means no insult, but Jeffrey Williams has had zero contact with Shannon Stillwell until this case, Kenneth Copeland, Demiki and Garlington, Justin Cobb, Demise McMullen, Mr. Sledge, Mr. Murphy, all these people. This is a lie. This is a 100% lie, and that's why we tendered a no-lo plea to being a leader of a criminal street gang. Mr. Williams is not a leader. In fact, if we're going to go forward, on Mr. Huey's phone, there are conversations with Mr. Copeland. And they both say how Jeffrey Williams is a zero and F him. And they don't talk to him, and Jeffrey Williams never does anything for them. Mr. Huey, Mr. Williams met later. He met him closer in the time of 2020. Mr. Huey's father went through a horrible episode that Mr. Williams knew, and that's how Mr. Williams knew his son, who's Mr. Huey. And Mr. Huey's on hard times, and Mr. Huey's making mistakes. And Mr. Huey, supposedly, Mr. Williams believes, armed robbed a man named Chandler Durham, Durham. Mr. Durham is Mr. Williams, and he's a fabulous record engineer. And Mr. Williams states, give him back, tell him to give back the property or he's going to die. The state puts that as an overt act. No one dies. The property doesn't get returned. Mr. Huey ignores Mr. Williams. The state told you today that Jeffrey Williams sent Mr. Huey a posting that Mr. YFN Lucci is going to be performing on January 19, 2020. That's not true. Mr. Huey sent that to whoever phone that was. And all it says is slat and slatty. Well, I went out to the places that Mr. Bennett was supposed to perform. There's no shooting. There was no fight. There was nothing to report. There's nothing here. In addition, the state said the same thing on September 12th, September 2nd, 2022 on Mr. Huey's phone. I'm not conceding that was Jeffrey Williams even having a conversation with him, but even if it was, it doesn't show anything. It says, slatty, lay low. Lay low means don't do anything. Get out of the way. That is what it is. That is Mr. Williams' role. Mr. Williams, there is evidence in the record, and there would have been more. He takes people on tour with him. He takes people to the mall with him. But when they do crime or do things to people, for instance, there was a prostitute, and several people gave that prostitute money, $500. And the prostitute, at the end of the $500, getting $500 from several people, had sex with a person, and then she was armed robbed. So all the money came back. Mr. Williams wasn't involved in that, but he heard about it. He made those people find the prostitute and repaid her every dime. People stole from stores that Mr. Williams found about. He went to the stores and he repaid all that. He didn't steal anything. He doesn't need to steal anything. Your Honor, Mr. Williams stands with Elton John. Elton John called Mr. Williams the next coming of John Lennon. Mr. Williams is unbelievable talent. He's not just a rap artist. In fact, when he's interviewed in 2017, he gives a statement and he says, I had to learn rap. He grew up in a house learning other forms of music. He likes all music, but rap hit in his community, and his community raised him. They supported him. They came out to him. They made him get into establishments. And once the establishment saw all the people come out, he got more establishments. And then he went out of that little area in Atlanta to other parts of Georgia, and then to all the neighboring states and throughout our country. And he has performed on every continent but one. He has performed in front of, being the headliner, 300,000 people at one time. He has a real life and career. He is not the leader. And he is not worried about buying jewelry that is stolen. Mr. Williams is actually innocent. I'm not trying to corrupt our plea. That's his plea, and he's entitled to it, and he wants it, and he embraces it. But to me, this is a wrongful prosecution. This is outrageous.
All right, so you're pleading guilty, or your client is pleading guilty to
Right.
counts 57 through 62.
All true.
Do you
Yes,
concede
there's a
there's
factual
a
basis.
factual basis
I
for
can
those
see.
counts?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. And Your Honor, I'll answer any of your questions, but the point I'm trying to make is 45 years to serve 25 years in prison, when just this morning, it was a probationary offer. It was a probationary offer. The state knows, but they want to control. They have this theory of music, and they want to stop Mr. Williams from making music, from entertaining, just stop his life. It's just not right.
So then don't fucking find it.
In Fulton County to do that. If they offer probation, then he's not.
Take this shit to trial, nigga.
25 years in custody type of person, and he's certainly not the person that the state has stated in front of the court. What we're asking, Your Honor, on count one, which is the RICO count, to accept the nolo contendere plea.
So you can't be
We
sued.
sentence Mr. Williams to 20 years to serve 5 years in prison, community time served. Mr. Williams has served, as I said, 20
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
years to serve 5 years, community time served, consecutive to all other counts.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Paige Reese Whitaker is the one that will side with the defendants. She is not liked. She's not liked. I'm gonna call Woody. Woody gonna have to come up here. F all that. Nah, I'm gonna call Woody. I might call Rollo, bruh. It's no, bruh. Bruh, no.
Count 57, which is a gang count, Your Honor, not a leader, guilty plea, 20 years to serve 5 years, community time served, concurrent with count one. With regard to count 58, which is possession of, I believe it is, marijuana with intent to distribute. 10-year sentence on probation, concurrent with count one. On count 59, which is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of codeine with intent to distribute, 5 years on probation, concurrent with count one. On count 59, Your Honor, which is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of cocaine, 3 years on probation, concurrent with count one. Count 61, 5 years of probation. It's a firearm count, consecutive to the other counts, consecutive to the 4 count 56. And then count 62, 10 years to serve community time served. That should be a total sentence, Your Honor, that we are respectfully requesting the court to consider. I believe it's 45 years to serve 5 years in prison, community time served, 40 years on probation, credit for the time already served and community time served. As I said, after 3 years of probation, the probation becomes non-reporting, and after successful completion of 10 years on probation, the balance of the sentence be terminated. Mr. Williams asked the court for house arrest for 3 years as part of his sentence. House arrest specifically defined that Mr. Williams will be in his home or at any lawful employment, touring, studio, performance, business meetings, and the like. Wear an ankle monitor for the first year and pay the costs of same. And the company must be approved by probation department. And the ankle monitor to be affixed within 10 days of hopeful release from custody. Mr. Williams cannot possess a firearm, but he can be around licensed security who are armed or other persons who are lawfully carrying a firearm with a license. And that would be knowingly for Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams can transfer probation outside the state of Georgia. He has residences in the state of California. He has studios in the state of California. Mr. Williams be allowed to travel throughout our country and the world for lawful work-related industries. Mr. Williams wants to perform. He's going to do this anyway, Your Honor, but we made part of the sentence. At least one concert each year at a venue. If they'll have him holding 10,000 people, if that is workable for the venue and Mr. Williams' management, and he is going to donate all of the profits that he makes to a 501c3 charity. Mr. Williams wants to pledge $100,000 for the next 3 years to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office if they will hold an illegal firearm buyback to buy back firearms that are not supposed to be on our streets. Mr. Williams does not wish to go near the Cleveland Avenue area, not to insult that area at all, but it is just not a good idea under this circumstance. And he can drive on the highway, but otherwise not come within 1 mile of the area that we call Cleveland Avenue, and we can give the exact dimensions of that area. Mr. Williams must perform 100 hours of community service per year for the next 3 years as designated by probation department. Mr. Williams can associate, and this was agreed to previously, with people who are convicted felon or alleged gang members solely for lawful purpose of making music.
I see Ms. Love shaking her head, and I think it's fair to establish that until the entirety of the negotiations were agreed to, it was all up in the air. That may have been something y'all had already hammered out. It wasn't, it's not anything they're bound to.
Absolutely.
Fair. Okay.
I agree with it. Mr. Williams can have no contact with any of the supposed victims, and there was an Exhibit A attached to the state's proposed plea agreement, negotiated plea agreement that was sent to you. So we adopt that Exhibit A, but we could give it to the court if you need those names. And Mr. Williams had no contact with any of the co-defendants in this indictment, with the exception.
Let's understand something. Nobody won right now. Nobody.
Mr. Quantavious Greer, that is his biological brother.
That's
Mr. Sergio Kitchens. He's a better lawyer than Keith Adams.
Mr. Adams, do you want to add anything to the record?
No.
I don't know that there's really much to add. Mr. Steele has represented to the court, I think fully and thoroughly, the breadth of our knowledge of the case. Mr. Williams's background. I think the court has not just heard it from Mr. Steele, but has had the opportunity to sit here and hear some of the evidence and kind of get a feel. You've had a chance also to observe Mr. Williams and then get a feel for him, his background, and so forth. You know, the only thing I can say about Mr. Williams that hasn't been said is that he comes from an area. You might have heard throughout the course of the trial that there was an album, a concert tour. We came from nothing. And that is true. Mr. Williams came from, you know, I hate to use the word abject poverty, but that
Running like some.
whereas you've heard he's had that he has gained and have been fully supportive of him. But he finds himself here. He's in front of you. He is tendering this plea because he accepts responsibility. You've heard everything Mr. Steele has had to say. I can only ask that you follow what we have put before you. In terms of conditions on Mr. Williams, if we were to ever reach some sort of agreement, and we ask that if you feel that there's anything within the state's proposal that might be appropriate in terms of sentence for Mr. Williams, that the court please feel free to do that. There's nothing that he puts himself before the court, and I think 2.5 years sitting, going through this process, challenging the process, but now standing before you and asking that you consider everything and sentence him appropriately in the way that we requested. I'd simply ask you, I join Mr. Steele and Mr. Williams in asking you to do the same. And I thank you as well, as Mr. Steele did, for your patience with us and for bringing some order to the proceedings that candidly was needed. That's all I have to say. I thank you again, and I ask you to consider everything that's been put before you.
All right, Mr. Williams, is there anything that you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, my crimes, for my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all the names, my managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just having so much time investing into this, I am a smart guy, I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart, I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it can end bad. It could, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, it's up to you. And I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a bar in the future or something. Just out of this type of situation, I promise you I won't ever be in this type of situation again. I'm going away. I've learned from my mistakes. I come from nothing and I made something and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry. Through these last 2.5 years of my life, you are really, truly, honestly, the best thing that has happened to me because you made everything fair for me.
Right.
Everybody involved.
She has been.
Both sides.
She has been.
I'm sorry to share, everybody for just having to put extra time in. I know y'all got to pay more money, but I'm sorry for y'all having to put this extra time in to be away from y'all family, and I just hope that you find it in your heart to allow me to go home and be with my family and just do better as a person. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I am. I know the heights I've reached. I know the impact I got on people, period, in the community, all people. I learned that late, these past 2 or 3 years of my life, I kind of learned that late. And maybe it was because I was, probably on drugs or anything, I don't know. But I have came to my senses and I understand what I mean to this world. But I am a good guy, I don't mind doing stuff like free shows, and I always did that. I did free shows and gave it to single parents, millions of dollars. I made $1.8 million on a free show, and I gave it all to single parent charity. And I did 2 or 3 shows that made $700,000 a piece, and I gave it to the breast cancer organization. I do things. I put millions of dollars back into my community for real. I really did. I did more than anybody ever did from my side. But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it can do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and I promise you, I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older, I'm grown now, and it's just like, I'm smarter, I get more things to rap about. Like, I've experienced a lot of good things. I experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And anyway, I can go.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate that you do realize how much of an impact you have on people. I mean, it's past your neighborhood. It's worldwide, especially young people. And having come up from where you came up from and living in and around that, that gangs are damaging to our community. And it may be that a whole lot of rap music and the rap industry is, I mean, honestly, it sounds like a modern day version of kind of WWE wrestling that used to be on television, where people would just get up and posture and act like they hated each other. And it may be that that's a lot of what is going on in the music industry with rap. But whether it is fake or not, it has tremendous impact
On the youth.
Kids.
On the youth. Come on.
Who think,
Come on.
this is cool. This is what I want to do. Look at him. He's a millionaire. I can do that by being, a gangster in the streets. And that's not true. What you're likely to have happen to you if you're a gangster in the streets is you get shot, you get killed, or you get thrown in prison. And those are, by far the most likely outcomes. And, you've been in here watching the trial, and you've seen the pictures of Mr. Ryan posing with a gun as big as he is at 15 years old and going out and shooting and killing another teenager. And that's what gangs do. And that's unfortunately a lot of what rap music does. And if you are
Watch here.
a modern day John Lennon, he might have rapped too in this day and age. I don't know, but I know you're talented, and even if you choose to continue to rap, you need to try to use your influence to let kids know that that's not the way to go, and that there are ways out of poverty besides hooking up with the powerful guy at the end of the street selling drugs. And, I know that happens for protection sometimes, but a much better way would be getting an education and hanging around with people who set a good example. And you be one of those people that sets a good example. Okay, so that's my high horse on that. I could also go on. But I want you to try to be more of the solution and less of the problem. All right. So it is not lost on the court that the state, had they been able to come to agreement on certain special conditions, was willing to entirely dismiss the RICO count, was willing to entirely dismiss one of the gang counts, and was willing to entirely dismiss this, machine gun count. Was willing to give a sentence that permitted Mr. Williams to walk out of the door today, and therefore does not seem to be particularly worried that Mr. Williams, if on the streets, would be a danger to society. I'm taking that into consideration and crafting my sentence. And in permitting a no-low plea to the RICO count and one of the two gang counts, I would not be permitting the nolo to the one if you were not pleading guilty to at least one of them. Factual basis for the counts that you are pleading guilty to. A little bit of the special conditions suggested by the prosecution. On count one, the court sentence is 20 years to serve 5 years, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years to be probated, and a $25,000 fine. On count two, the sentence is 5 years.
And you want concurrent?
To serve, commuted to time served. That's the minimum sentence that's permitted on that count. It is required to be run consecutively. I'm going to run it consecutive to count one, but I'm going to backload. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not commuted. That is 5 years to serve, and it's going to be run consecutively to count one, backloaded, by which I mean after you serve your 15 years of probation, if you have been successful on that probation, and I sincerely hope that you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence, but I'm also going to impose a $15,000 fine with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. 65 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve, that is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively, that's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation.
Okay.
If you are successful
All right.
in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served.
Okay.
You are to remain on reporting status for the first half of your probation, active reporting for the first 7.5 years of your
7.5, yeah.
probation, and that is pursuant to OCGA 17-10-1, subsection 2, I'm sorry, A2A. And Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams, in order to keep him on reporting status, there needs to be good cause shown. We all concede that good cause is shown here.
Stipulate.
All right, I appreciate that. Special conditions of your probation.
What the cost? What do you mean?
Can I have a second, Your Honor?
Sure.
The judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You had enough time to talk with your attorneys?
Yes.
Okay. All right, special conditions of your probation. After 48 hours from your release, you are to stay away from the metro Atlanta area, and that's defined by the U.S.
Banned from the city.
May change.
Banned from the city.
You can look that up anytime to figure out what that is.
You're banned from the
For
city.
first 10 years of your probation, subject to the following exceptions. You are permitted to be in the metro Atlanta area to attend any wedding, funeral, or graduation from high school, college, or graduate school of any of your immediate family members. And immediate family members is defined the same way that you all were contemplating it when you were negotiating. You can get here up to 24 hours prior to any such event, and you need to leave within 48 hours after any such event. In addition,
He stay in California.
during each year of your probation, I'm going to require that you come to the metro Atlanta area and make a live anti-gang and anti-gun violence presentation 4 times a year, each year of your probation, at a grade school, a middle school, a boys or girls club, anything like that, that type of group. And if you want to, that presentation can include a benefit concert, and these presentations may count towards your required community service hours, which I'm going to impose, that during each year of your probation, you perform 100 hours of community service. You are, and this is required by the fact that there's a gang conviction. You shall not knowingly have contact of any kind or character with any other member or associate of any criminal street gang. Exception to that, if your brother is a member of any street gang, I hope you talk him into getting out of it. Quantavious Greer. And then also Sergio Kitchens, as long as you are contractually obligated to him.
So as long as Gunner stay wise, so he can talk to him.
That is going to include anybody who is named in this indictment, except as absolutely necessary to conduct the lawful business of your musical career, and to any extent that the state is not agreeing to the exception for Mr. Kitchens. In the event that that part is not enforceable because it is only a portion of a special condition, going to provide that that be severable from the rest of the
Hey, run the Alexa for leave.
case sites in the Senate sheet for that. You are in no way to promote any criminal street gang or any criminal street gang activity, including on any social media platform. You are not to utilize any hand signs, terminology, or language that promotes any criminal street gang. You are not to participate in any criminal street gang activity. You are not to knowingly engage in any contact with any of the victims that are listed in this indictment or with any of their family members. And you may not have in your possession or with arm's reach any kind of a firearm because you're going to be a convicted felon. And that is, except I know that you have security and you need security. You can be within arm's reach of a firearm that is in the possession of either licensed law enforcement or licensed security.
That means me, by the way. I'm licensed, by the way.
Personnel that are in your security detail or anybody that you're performing with. You are to submit to random drug screens and not use any drugs unless they are prescribed for you by a licensed physician. You are to execute a Fourth Amendment waiver that will permit the search of your person, residence, vehicles, and electronics for any firearms, any criminal street gang paraphernalia, or any illicit drugs. And as I mentioned, with regard to one of the first of your co-defendants from this trial, at least since I've been involved to plead guilty.
Yep, facts, big facts.
Instruct and provide that it is absolutely proper for a judge to grant leniency in sentencing when, quote, the interests of the public and the effective administration of criminal justice are served, unquote. And I think that this plea is in the interest of the public and in the interest of effective administration of justice. Have been trying to ensure that to the extent I can, this trial also abides by that. It's been challenging at certain times. I find your plea to be freely, knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily entered with an understanding of the consequences, and I accept it as such. I also need to inform you that your attorneys are going to represent you through either the last day of this term of court or 30 days from now, whichever is later, and any of the filings that were mentioned that need to be filed within that time, they would file on your behalf unless they are permitted to withdraw from representing you before that time. I am not going to impose the conditions suggested by your counsel about the benefit concerts and the donations to the sheriff's office, but I certainly strongly encourage you to do those things, and to do and continue to do things that benefit your community and especially help young people to stay out of criminal trouble. And unless there is anything from counsel other than that.
I have one matter, Your Honor.
Okay, and does the state as well?
Your Honor, with regards to Mr. Williams being permitted to come to the Metro Atlanta area or Cleveland Avenue area for funeral or the other items,
Right.
can you also consider, God forbid, there's a serious medical condition of a person that
In
is,
his immediate family,
yeah.
certainly we can add that. And I also meant to mention, because I know you do travel all over in order to pursue your career, that it's permissible for your probation to be transferred to out of state, and that has to be done through probation, but that is fine with the court. And you may also keep your, nobody's mentioned it, but keep your passport and travel out of state and internationally to the extent that you need to do that for business purposes as well. All right, Mr. Body.
Thank you. The district attorney just wanted me to urge the court due to the fact that the Thomases have been negatively affected incredibly dramatically by what has been discussed by both parties here today, to make a brief statement as she believes they fall.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
I understand the court made a ruling earlier related to that she wanted to.
All right, thank you.
She already said.
Appreciate, well, I cannot even begin to understand what they must, anybody must be going through when they lose a family member to violence or criminal violence. Mr. Williams himself has expressed his own sorrow to the family. Again, I'm going to stand by my belief that the appropriate time to hear
Is at the end, at the very end.
at the close of the trial that contains the murder count with regard to their family member. All right, thank you. Okay, court is adjourned. Good luck to you. And I'm going to have there better be no violations, but if there are any, you're coming back to see me.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
All right. Y'all want the real or you want some BS? If you want some BS, go skate. Hold on. One second. Give me 6 seconds. One more call. I was wrong. Shit. All right. Don't answer that call then. You got it. You got it. You got it. Don't answer that call. You good. If you want to pop up, go ahead. Let us say this before everything gets started. That said Woody ain't picking up. Now who this nigga is right here? How you feeling? You good? No, you sure. Just play. 2 thumbs up. Take the what's the name off? Take the Bluetooth off. Not yet. Double back. Just double back. No back. You good. Like eyes wise, you're good. Call you? All right now. Let's play. All right. Hear what you hear. All right, you straight?
You called me while I was trying to join.
All right, then hit that link and then coming back.
I'm about to now.
All right. Light skin. I ain't light skin. Don't do that. I'm Congolese. I'm a black Jew for real. I'm a black Jew for real. Don't misconstrue none of that.
You can see me now?
Yes, sir. You good. You live in effect.
What's up?
Woody, what's up?
Huh?
So they're gonna ask the question, and we gotta answer the question before it all gets started. Before you took that stage, did we talk?
You know we talk.
All right. Was we buddy when we talked?
I ain't gonna tell you what I said to you. You know what I said.
Nah. That's why I said, was we buddy when we talked? You can say no, hell no, Seti Nash, nah. What was we on?
Tell them what I told you.
You said, hey, nigga, I don't like what you've been saying. Huh? I can't say too much. But when it come to thugging out, you wasn't scared of me. I respect a nigga that's not scared of me. 10 times out of 10. I don't care where you from. If you don't fear Seti Nash, I respect it. Because you know how I get down. I know how you get down. Yes or no? All right, say less.
You know the conversation. It get 12 been on some more type of time lately. They targeting me.
Yeah.
So
But let me just tell y'all, let me tell y'all 3 things for certain. Woody ain't scared of me. I ain't scared of him. And we leave it like that. Is that true to say?
I gained my respect for you after conversating with you that first call. Because I was gonna do because you know how that call went. Bro, I ain't into like trying to prove no point to the internet.
You know I'm not trying to prove no point to the internet.
Right. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I came on your platform, didn't I?
It wasn't no platform when we talk. I tell every nigga like this, straight up. When it comes to any nigga that I talk about, we can have a conversation. I don't record it. I don't send it. I don't spin it. I don't care about none of that because I belong to where I belong to, South Central Los Angeles. So everything else outside of that, it don't get recorded and nothing like that. Woody could have said, you know what, F all this. When it come back to what just happened, Thug coming home today, how you feel?
God is good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't even gonna say how I was just feeling as I just was looking at this stuff, bro. I just thank God, man. You feel me? Like we live in a world that's, you know what I mean? We living in a, you know what I mean? We living in a fucked up world, bro. And man, I'm glad she sends him to come home, bro. You feel me? I'm just say that if she didn't let him come home, I'm just glad she let him come home. They just took so much stress off of me because I wouldn't be able to deal with myself if she would have sent him to prison. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the shit, it got me emotional. You know what I mean? I'm so happy that he got a chance. You know what I mean? To come home. You feel me? Like, and I just pray that Yak and Shandy come next. You feel me? Like these better. It don't stop right here with just him. You know what I mean? You know.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something that Woody told me, and Woody ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. This how I said Paige Whitaker is actually a cool judge. Woody flat out his mouth said she showed me love. So when he said what he said, I said, all right, it's cool. When Woody said, matter of fact, I don't even want to talk. Woody, tell me what you told them, what you told me.
I rather let you say it because you saying it, not me. It's still an ongoing matter. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say it this way then. F it. They said, and they being Woody said she could have threw me all the way to the end of the road. That's what he said. She could have threw me to the end of the road. And he said, she looked at everything, she showed love, but she told me it's on you. Which means when you come back to the court, I ain't never seen Woody smoke anything, drink a shot, do no drug in front of me. I done been in front of this man. How long we done been in front of each other? Couple times, right?
now it's more
I ain't
than
never seen this man do nothing illegal. So I'm gonna keep it authentic. As far as when Woody said, hey man, she gonna show love and she gonna do this. I said, all right, I believe. And then I'm about to F it. You know what it is? I don't even care what nobody say. When my little brother got killed, you know, one of the first 3 niggas to hit me was this man right here. Woody, you want to tell him what you told me?
nah, because I don't do nothing for the internet.
Nah, F all that. Because it's going to sound terrible. Woody ain't send no condolences or nothing like that. Woody, what'd you tell me?
You
Nah, F it. Nah, come on.
Nah, man, I mean stuff from the heart, bro. You feel me? Like that's why I
Right.
don't do it on the internet. Like it take a lot for me to open up for the internet. It take a lot for me to talk in front of these cameras. So,
Right.
cause I live in a real world. I was just seconds away from.
Some BS.
Nah, man, just bro, y'all understand? Like this shit don't stop, bro. Like the police just 100 of them just snatch my nephew and them up for no
Right.
reason. They're targeting my family. You feel me? Like they so mad
Right.
at me. Where they at the point where you feel me? Like the world, man, this is real, bro. Like, so you know, I'm happy Thug came home. I can sleep better. You feel me?
Right.
And when
I said, Woody didn't send no condolences. That nigga said, don't crash out. That's what he said. Nah, hey, F all the BS. That nigga said, don't crash out.
because you gotta understand this, bro. Since you gonna force it. Look at Dirt, bro.
Right.
The fans crashed Dirt out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They made Dirt because you gotta understand this is a career thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't please his fans, he gonna lose them.
Right.
Now the man sitting in jail and his fans are posting incriminating shit against him. But the internet is dirty, bro. They only posting negativity, bro. Man, you feel me? I was just real stressed. I'm about to go celebrate. I'm about to go smile and be happy. You know what I mean? I came on here once you did that because You from that conversation we had, don't matter about me threatening you, no matter about nothing that me and you.
No matter about me
said,
threatening you.
right?
Let's
I
keep it
was just gonna
authentic.
say that. Now I was just
You said what you said. I said what I said.
yeah, you didn't back down, and you got much respect for that because it's like I don't want people to back down, and I don't want people to be afraid, like scared or anything. I'm not messing with nobody. You was messing with me. Every time I get on the internet, sitting there speaking on something he ain't got no business speaking on. So you didn't know me.
Right.
It was gonna be a day you're gonna be walking down the sidewalk, and I was gonna be walking the opposite way, coming your way.
Right.
And you're gonna be thinking, oh, I'm an internet nigga, and you're gonna get your issue. You might get us on me, and I might get my issue.
Right.
But that's the world that I've really been living in. And
right.
to have that conversation with you, I didn't get on the phone to talk to you about what we end up talking about. I got on the phone to let you know I'm after you. And you said what you said, and it kind of got my attention because it was like, I met my match. You feel me? It's
right.
But forget all of that conversation shit. You feel me?
Because it don't matter. All that's bullshit. End of the day.
Right. You don't matter what we do on the internet, you see what they're gonna do. They're gonna take the bad and run with that over the simple fact that we both said that we just playing, like we trolling each other.
Indeed.
That's what the internet gonna do, no matter what. You can say all the good things about a person in the world. The one time you say something bad, they gonna blow it out of proportion. That's why I don't like the internet. You're a great person to me. That's why anytime you hit me up, I tell you what, man, you come, I come to where you at without, you know what I mean, thinking nothing negative. I got a lot of
and do I show up with like 50, 60 niggas or I show up dolo?
Now you pull up by yourself.
All right, cool, because you know.
Oh no. You ain't gotta pull up like that. You know what I mean? Like God's good, you feel me?
Right.
But hey, you ask me questions for the internet. This ain't me and you talking to each other though.
Nah.
Stop trying to, like, out of respect and love that I got for you. Like, because I highly respect you. You feel me? You got heart. A lot of these people don't got heart. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, but this is the thing, Woody. I'm gonna keep it authentic with you. I told you flat out. I said this nigga just said some shit. I had 100 niggas call me. Planes, trains, or automobiles. My little brother got motherfucking called to heaven. You was one out of 3 niggas. Everybody around me tell me what I want to hear. You wasn't one of them niggas. I can just keep it authentic with you. Every other nigga will punch me dead in my shit. And you know, physically, I'm bigger than most niggas. I don't think Woody would be afraid to say, fuck it. I'm finna punch this nigga in his mouth. I don't give a fuck how big I am. I'm 6'3". So how I'm trying to let y'all understand this is this nigga don't fear me. He don't fear me. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is regardless if Woody don't fear me, he gonna tell you flat out whether I'm real or I'm fake. To a lot of niggas, they think I'm an internet nigga. All right, cool. But the problem with it is when you in this type of power, and it's not like how a lot of people think it is. I just respect what a nigga and where a nigga coming from. Woody ain't say no fuck shit.
Let's take a recess. I'll be back.
Diagnosed with neck after they were fed Enfamil or Similac.
All right. And I'm not trying to get Woody on here to say Seti Nash the realest nigga or nothing like that. I'm not trying to convince that man or none of this shit. I'm just going to tell y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. Hello? All right. I'm just going to tell y'all. I don't give a fuck about shit. That nigga didn't say, rest in peace, your brother. He didn't say none of this shit. He said, hey, bro, don't crash out. Woody ain't going to say that shit because it's going to make Seti Nash a fucking super general. You hear what I'm saying? I don't care about looking tough to everybody. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, bro. I respect everybody who don't fear me because they know the type of nigga I am. They don't care. I respect niggas who will say, "Hey, yeah, fuck you." You see what I'm saying? I promise you, this right here say monster. Y'all can't see it. I earned it. I didn't say it. I earned it. I wasn't gonna crash out regardless. Boy, you don't know how close I was to terrorizing the city I was born in. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't know Seti Nash. You don't know Seti Nash, bro. The Duce kicked in. All right, cool. Then get up on my chat. I'm the nigga who typed Crip Anthem and ran up on it. Why are you trying to justify you talking in circles? Thank you. I appreciate it. Why you block people when they say that? Because I'm not trying to argue with y'all. I swear to God, I'm not. Nah, bro. I wouldn't even tap in every day if you wasn't authentic. They don't know. They don't know. This right here. This right here, Chris B, shout out. Chris B, shout out. Chris B, shout out. Seti, let me get that 1K. You might. We probably finna get that tonight on the set. We probably finna get that tonight. Chris Street. I don't want y'all to fear me. I want y'all to think I'm a regular dude. I swear for God. I don't want to look tough. I swear to God, I don't want to look tough. I don't want to look tough to y'all. I promise you. I'm just telling you. It was niggas like Woody who was saying, bruh, F all that. And then I seen Woody just say out his mouth, a nigga disrespecting my daughter, and I ain't gonna go crazy. Huh? Huh? A nigga tweaked on my daughter, and I ain't go crazy. Y'all don't know who Seti Nash really is, player. I'm trying to tell y'all really don't know who I am as a person. And I appreciate that.
You may qualify for compensation.
So obviously each of you has the right to continue with the trial.
You can hear me?
You know, what you're doing, you are all have very capable attorneys representing you, who clearly care very passionately about you all personally, as well as presenting your best case. But it's ultimately going to be up to the jury, and you cannot know what any jury is going to do. And then they say, I don't believe a single bit of this beyond a reasonable doubt. Y'all are both welcome. Then they say, you know what, I buy this, I don't buy that. I'm convicting you of 4 of the 5 or 4 of the 8 charges. Mm-hmm. You're still then going to face sentencing. Then they convict you of everything. And if you are convicted of everything, Mr. Stillwell, you're facing 2 life sentences plus 85 years on top of that, as opposed to.
I might get off for while you leak.
30 years to serve.
Go ahead. Just take back. Just take back. You're good.
Mr. Kendrick, you are facing life plus, I think I added up 115 years instead of 20 to serve 15. So it's just something to think about. And I mean, it's already past 5 o'clock. So are y'all going to leave the offer open until you have withdrawn the offer before you even put it on the record to?
They're going to try to bully them.
All right, well.
They want to bully.
Given that the state spent the entire day negotiating Mr. Williams' plea, ultimately unsuccessfully. I don't know if either Mr. Weinstein or Mr. Sharp would have been able to negotiate with you during today. They would have no communication. Okay.
I did have communication with Mr. Abate today. I attempted to have communications with the DA last Tuesday morning, but she failed to show up for our meeting.
Any chance y'all might leave it open until 9 o'clock tomorrow?
Come on. We can.
Okay, I have no idea whether they want to keep it, but I haven't, we haven't put it on the record and I haven't ensured myself as the court that they understood what the potential sentences were up until just now. So I would appreciate it if she would, so that they have the opportunity, having heard from the court, to talk to their attorneys. And they may still say that we're good, we're going forward, but. Okay. So in the event that it is no longer open to you or that you decide to reject it anyway, I plan to start the trial again, Monday morning. I'm going to have the jury be here at 9. I'm going to have us be here at 8:30. We're back to getting no sleep. So, I'll see y'all at 8:30 regardless. Okay, now court is adjourned.
All right. All right. I'm gonna start this live stream off. Hold on. It's about to be some BS. Nah, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, man. I'm truly not okay.
All these diamonds in my chain got me dancing around this bitch. I'm Martin Luther King, black diamonds on my wrist. But just
This ain't what this man wanted. Because I know there's screen recording going on right now. It's gonna stay public. Don't worry about it. It's gonna stay public. You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do a thing. I don't run from nothing. I don't run from a thing. So if you got anything to say about Seti Nash, you want to call him whatever you want to call him. I was told Thursday this is gonna happen. So Thursday this is gonna happen. From you don't even know, bro. Chill. I promise you. I promise you. When Thug come home and you see this face right next to the nigga, I'll promise you, you gonna shut up. So go ahead and block him. You can go. But I made a video. About a month ago when I said, and I wish I didn't put the video out because I know 100% that that's what he was thinking. Not that he's seen the video, but nigga, the state took you from your kids, bruh. Young Thug is Young Thug is a cat who 100%. I'm not mad. I'm sad, bruh. It's not the same. This right here, with all due disrespect, I'm not mad. I am not mad because I know where he coming from because I made the video a month ago. You don't get it. Pathetic individuals like you who had to take shirts with pleather on your shirt. You got to put pleather on your shirt and show your little bit of taco meat on your chest. You don't get it. You don't get it. And it's all right. It doesn't, it's all right, bro. However you feel is how you feel. But, bro, you not real. You don't know what it's like to go through the stuff that real street niggas like me and a plethora of individuals had to go through when you had to choose between being gang and being a man for your fucking family. You don't get it. So fuck you, nigga. You don't get it, bitch. Bitch, you won't get it. If you ever walk up to me in real life, all 6'3", damn near 300 pounds of me, gonna show you God, nigga. You don't get it, bruh. This wasn't about Young Thug, nigga. It's about his kids. You don't think his kids jumping on TikTok saying all that gang shit didn't fuck with him mentally? You don't think that? You don't think his mama, his girl, his sisters sat up there? Bruh, Young Thug lost 2 sisters while he was locked up. Bitch, fuck your dead mama, nigga. On God and see me about it. On God, see me about it. I promise you, I'm gonna make you miss that bitch. You right here, on my soul. I promise you, nigga, meet me when you see me. I'm gonna make you meet that bitch. I'm really like that. This ain't about me, though. Thug lost 2 family members, bro. I don't care. I'm like that. I'm really him. Nah, I'm not gonna chill. Bitch, I'm magma. And I swear to God, see me in real life and see if I'm the real thing. Bitch, I'm the real thing. I'm not crashing. I swear to God, I'm just gonna bury you when I meet you. On my dead homies, my nigga, I'm gonna meet you. Anyways, it don't matter. Thug didn't make this decision. I'll go to jail. I don't care. Thug made this decision on his kids' behalf. Thug made this decision on his kids' behalf. Thug made this decision on his kids' behalf. Like I said in the video, young Thug should just go ahead and accept the plea deal. Bro, I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to. But y'all expect the truth. Y'all expect the truth. I said it a month ago. Whatever plea deal they gonna give you, bruh. Young Thug is younger than me. I'm gonna walk up to Young Thug and embrace the nigga. Bruh, it's about your kids. It's about your fucking kids, bruh. Go ahead, head home. Go ahead and head home, bruh. Take care of your kids. They're the next generation up. Y'all didn't think that nigga didn't catch wind of his kids dissing Gunna and all of this shit? It's not about us, bruh. It's not. Think about what Woody told you. Woody, one of the first niggas that stood up to me. Woody, my little brother, bruh. I don't give a fuck what the internet said about him. I don't give a fuck what the internet said about Lil Woody. Because when that nigga said, I don't give a fuck about what you talking, I said, ooh. Ooh, y'all really, I swear to God, y'all don't know the type of nigga I am. When that nigga told me he don't fear me, regardless of the shit that the streets told him, y'all don't think that nigga walked up and called niggas in the streets about that nigga named Seti Nash? Y'all don't, if y'all think that Lil Woody just went ahead and got out his mouth about me, you crazy as fuck. That nigga asked questions. Hey, fuck is that blog nigga Seti Nash, bro? What's up with that nigga? Y'all don't think Cuz did some research on me? Let me come this big scary nigga. All right, cool. Then test me when you see me. I promise you. But I just know why he said that, bruh. I don't want to prove nothing to none of y'all. I promise you, I don't want to prove nothing to none of y'all. I just pray to God y'all don't make me prove who the fuck I'm supposed to be. I promise you, I just pray to God y'all don't make me prove who the fuck Seti Nash really is. That's all I pray. I told Woody when that shit happened on Charles Spot, I'm proud of you, bruh. When that shit that happened between Woody and Charleston White, and Woody chose to say, I'm not gonna respond to it, I pray for you. I told that nigga flat out, I said, bro, I'm proud of you. But I know why Thug did it. Teddy Graham Nash, thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's Teddy Graham Nash. I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate that. You so internet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thank you. But stop with the tough internet shit. Thank you. You so let the internet send you off. Don't crash out, my boy. Bitch, I'm a grown ass man. But thank you. What are they trying you, Nash? I have no idea. But I thank them. It's all a test. That's all it is. It's all a test. It's all a test. It's all right. It's cool. I appreciate you all. I do. I do. I just pray that young thug, man, is able to accept this shit as a plea deal for his kids because I called it. I just text somebody family that's still involved in this case. I said, I love you. And we still here for you. And when I say we still here for you, me by myself. Get out my feelings, my boy. Get out your feelings, my boy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But just please, for the love of God, don't test me or I will kill you. Please, for the love of God, do not test me. That's all I ask of you. I can be the biggest bitch on the internet, the pussy ass nigga and all that. I promise you, please just don't test me in real life. Please. I pray for God. I pray for God. I pray in Hebrew. Please do not. Please do not test me in real life. That's all I ask. You can call me a bitch ass nigga, a hoe ass nigga, a fuck ass nigga, all online. Please, for the love of God, just don't test me in real life. Because I promise you, I'm going to bury you with your ancestors. That's all I ask. That's all. All the other shit and everything like that, that's cool. Y'all can have that. But I'm going to keep it authentic with you, man. I'm not quiet. Because I'm scared right now. Y'all the toughest people on earth. Y'all the toughest people. But shout out to Paige Reese Whitaker. I told y'all before it started. Before it started. Pretty Girl Rouse. Thank you, baby. Nah, do your thing. You don't need to explain what real men like yourself know the real. So I'm all said, man, you funny cuz. Thank you. Don't be copping, please. Not thug, come home. Yeah, because take this shit to trial is a lie. Take this shit to trial is a lie, but I understand more now than ever. More now than ever. Take this to trial was a lying ass song. It is what it is. Monster coming back. I don't want to be no monster. Hold on. Cause mad because he know. Nah, it's just this. It's just this, man. You can't win, bruh. I told y'all what the state do, and then I told y'all to stop. And I told y'all how the state operated. This state ran around and did the exact same BS that the feds do. They charge you with 1,000 death strikes. And they try to get you to plead out, bruh. Do you know what Fannie Willis is gonna say? Run it back. What? I'm gonna have some hit. I'm gonna have some hit. $10,000 bag.
I can never love a fucker ass suck my dick like Bieber, no but head.
Okay, just a big bitch. I'm not such a man. I don't need the bitch. I don't take it. I don't need the bitch. I don't touch it. I don't need the bitch. I don't touch it. I don't see the bitch. I don't touch it. I don't see the bitch. I don't take you with me. I don't get the neck like that's a wrap.
I like fish and water. I'm about 75. I shave it like it's now. They have watch your kids like cut that.
Yeah, you a liar. Like, bro, my second, I'm a huge Jew, bro. It's not. Yeah, Shabuya thought I long. We ain't finna do all that. If I get to talk, we ain't finna do all that. We're not even finna do all that whole ass shit. We're not finna do that. It's shalom. That's all we'll say. All this thought shalom. That's all we gonna say. I can take my hair. I can literally take my hair, do it like this. I could take my hair, or the start shalom. You think I ain't gonna negotiate no plea deals with my mama? You crazy? He knows a few words. Get your bitch ass out of here, bitch. Get your bitch ass out of here. You see how bright that woman was? Fuck out of here, bitch. Yeah, no, you see how these? I could take my hair, do it like this. Huge is right. You crazy, Seti. Thank you. What you think these stars of David mean? What the fuck you think this shit mean, bruh? These ain't hickeys from my rabbi. She yellow, my boy. Bitch, I'm not a boy. My real name is Cortez. It is Zion, motherfucker. Let's understand something. Bitch, I am a Jew. I don't give a fuck what the hell you hoes talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I ain't never stood for Palestine, bitch. Fuck you talking about? I smack the fuck out you in real life. Rachel, what's going on? They already said you had my child. Like, don't do that. Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, like I haven't been on here for 2 years speaking in Hebrew. Like I haven't been. Man, come on now. Come on now. My real name is Cortez. Cortez. Cedric is not my real name. Who y'all talking to? Who y'all talking to? Yeah, speak to them in Hebrew. They won't understand. I know, and that's Rachel. You know how this go. When we linked up, you already know how bad it got. What's your take on Thug taking the deal? Rachel, they gonna come after you. You know how this go. You know we the most persecuted. You know how this shit go. You know how it go. I'm a Orthodox Jew. I just don't wear the clothing. I'm Orthodox as hell. I just don't do the church. Come on. And a lot of y'all like what? I'm not a GD, so what you think this means? What the hell y'all think this means? And I wasn't molested by my rabbi, by the way. We care about the babies, yeah, indeed. We ain't finna do all that. All right, back to it. Y'all right. Yeah, free Israel. Free Israel, not the terrorists. Not the terrorists. I'm gonna want to be cool. Weinstein, Bruce Harvey, Seti Nash, Brian Steele. Y'all know how it go. But we can't say it though. We can't say it. Yeah, for Israel, the ones who defending their home country. By the way, what is it? Is it 15:47, 12:47, when y'all want to start recording, don't do that. Hold on. All right, let me get my stuff right. I might whip out the yarmulke on y'all. Got some mayor in a couple of. You are one of the ones preventing peace. I know, right? Orthodox Jew don't like Zion. You a liar and a half. Bum. what you think this mean? What this is right here? What y'all think this? Come on, man. What y'all thought that meant? I am, I know, right? Yeah, y'all thought wrong. Easy, as far as how we go, it means Eres Zion, means of Zion. Cortes is not one of us. Cortez is one of us. So when I pop up to anybody's synagogue, don't act stupid because I will get done with you. I'm not tipsy. What are you talking about? I just don't talk religion with y'all. I don't talk my people with y'all because y'all see the pigment. Y'all can agree with the pigment part. I'm not a GD. I don't know shit about the GDs. I don't know a goddamn thing about the GDs. So that's why I don't do this with y'all. I don't do this stuff with y'all. That's why we don't talk religion with y'all. Explains you're so goofy. Thank you. Because you don't know the English language. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. But it's crazy. When the Jews come out, y'all hate come out. It's always come out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Y'all hate Jewish people. It's weird. I think Kanye wants to be Jewish. I've talked to Kanye a couple of times. Kanye bend over for everything. Kanye will bend over for everything. You know that as well as I do. But one thing I will not do is I will not push my religion on y'all. I'm just not. I'm not one of those individuals. And for the majority, Jewish people never push religion on y'all. We just show y'all how we get down, and then if you agree or you don't agree, you do what the hell you want to do. That's how we get down. We show you through our works. We show y'all through what we do. We don't care. I don't care. Anyways, um, let's wait on the paperwork that shows what Young Thug wants to do. We can't respect. Jews are always taught to respect everybody else's opinion on religion. We just don't. We don't indulge in anything as far as the BS that goes with y'all. But let me ask you this: if y'all care so much about Young Thug, why are you coming after me? If y'all care so much about Young Thug, why are you coming after me? Why? Y'all do realize cats like me, cats like Rachel Kaufman, cats like Brian Steele are still going to push the message that Young Thug is innocent, regardless of what anybody else says. Y'all do realize that, right? I'm not going to sit up here and BS y'all for anything. Come here. Menake. Say your face. Okay. Can you get it, baby? Okay. Don't let it. Vamos. A Jewish crip. I don't heard it all. Thank you. What was the evidence of guilt? It didn't exist. You want to come up here? Let me know. I'll send you the here, I'll send you the stuff on Instagrams. Because you know I covered your story. I didn't even know Rachel and I covered her story, by the way. Blue Nose Pit had nothing to do with nothing. And then they attacked her saying we had a baby together. They attacked us, said we had a baby together, which is crazy, but it makes sense. It's all right. Bala, what are you doing? But we're not gonna argue with you. That's the problem with y'all. How am I both? I don't know. You tell me. What up? What up?
Yo,
You straight?
I called you.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh man, my phone just did on phone. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man.
I just can't be grabbing something to eat. My head been hurt.
Just stay in prayer, bro. That's all.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was they were dragging this. They were dragging this shit out so long. And then, I mean, nigga, like, shit, they trying to get to the bottom of it.
The best thing Young Thug could have did is what he did do. He didn't say YSL's a gang. He didn't do anything. So we just need to pray for Shannon and we need to pray for Yak. That's it.
Man, you know what they trying to get them?
Everything.
They want them to take 25 years.
I know.
You know what I mean? They're like, you know what I mean?
But they're gonna beat it. That's the worst part about it. Shannon and Yak gonna come home and it's gonna look crazy.
They gonna beat it.
They gonna beat the shit out this shit.
But it's like the world ain't gonna be tuned in no more.
Nah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it authentic. Thug being gone away from his kids. None of his kids was teenagers before he went to jail. He got 2 teenagers, bro. Like that shit gotta hurt your heart.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit made me so emotional today, bro. That's why you called me. I would have gone forward it, but you know what I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I fought with you. You feel me? Like I had the answer when they link came, I just straight download the app.
Nigga, I almost cried. What you mean? I don't cry for shit. I ain't cried my cousin or my brother died, nigga. I ain't cried my brother or my cousin died, nigga. I don't do the crying shit.
Boy, she gave me a fucking migraine.
Yeah, nah, I don't do the crying. I don't do none of that shit. But let me holler back at you in like 10 minutes.
I'll do the crying for everyone. I'll cry for everybody. I'm a big crier. What up, Seti? What a day. What a day. Here we are. I feel like it's like a sporting event, except for it's people's lives.
Hold on. You gotta ask the biggest question. Do we have a child together?
No, I don't know if I look so gross. I just don't care. I'm a lawyer, but I don't care, guys. I'm 7 months pregnant, not with Seti's baby, with my partner. His name's Neil. He's a white guy, who is not Jewish. So my grandparents are probably rolling over in their graves. Yes, I have a Jewish
So
note.
they would be happier with me. Is that correct?
I mean, I don't know what my grandparents probably. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they would. I mean, and I'm naming my baby Clyde, so it could be feasible that you're the dad. I don't know. You know, I've never met you.
Because they don't know. My real name is Cortez. Cortez. Easy takes home from the home country, which means Eddie Zion, which literally means, but that's a whole different thing. We've been branded completely differently. So
yeah, I can't sit still for a haircut, so I don't do tattoos. But yeah, and this is, folks, guess what? No makeup. Took off my makeup. When I'm on Phil Holloway's show, I'm looking a little bit fresher. I don't really give a shit. Today is a great day in judicial history. My dogs are barking. I just cannot believe that happened. I wouldn't have put any money on it. That's why I do not gamble. Can you believe that? I mean, what happened today?
If you can't gamble without manipulation, what's the point?
I can't gamble. I can't gamble
I
anyways.
don't gamble either.
No, but would you ever have thought for 1 second that this judge, I mean, I know her. There's just no way she was going to let him out. I couldn't believe for the life of me that she would let him out. What?
No, but see, here's the thing. I know at least 4 other people who have dealt with Paige Whitaker, and they have nothing but good things to say about her,
Yeah, she scared me.
including Woody.
Yeah.
Including Woody.
How is little Woody? What's he doing these days? It was nice to see him in court. I would see him in court. I was so surprised at he's a smaller dude. He seems everyone involved has been so nice. I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know what they didn't do. I didn't see any evidence. It's
Yeah, they
crazy.
call ones over here. Come here.
Yeah,
Come
come
here.
here, Marcus. He's too busy barking at the door.
Come here.
Yeah, my dogs Marcus and Mimi are just having a great time. They're barking at all the different masked small individuals passing our house on Halloween. I'm not participating. I should be with a good boy. Is a boy?
Girl, we know. We do with
Girl. What's her name?
Bala.
Mala. Like Malachi.
She is so spoiled. She is so doggone spoiled. She ain't nothing. No. Like if I got my phone, if I say like this, watch this. Come here.
She likes to push her hand out of the way.
She will take my left hand, throw it out the way, but she hear my mom in the other room. This is my StreamYard room.
Where
my
are you
stream
in
room.
Atlanta?
Apparently, I got enough money to pay for a big old house because you know how we get down. We just got so much money, and the money is ridiculous.
Yeah, some Jews don't have that much money. Some of us like to basically work for free. I can tell you stories. I've I've been paid $1,000 in fives before for legal.
No, because I'm supposed to go past the LSATs, then pass the bar, and then take at least 20 pro bono jobs. That's what I'm supposed to do.
I mean, I want to, and all I want to do is be with dogs and save dogs all day. But instead, I'm having to. I got people calling me, wanting me. I was telling my partner who's over here, maybe he'll come over and say hi.
I'll say hi.
Yeah, you'll come say hi. Well, but just to know people.
As long as you're not me, that's all that matters. As long as I don't walk through the camera and then
child's father.
I don't say like Heathrow or nothing like that. All right.
Oh,
So you see, that's not me.
Yeah, no. I mean, it could be SETI, but I don't think so.
It could be
SETI.
Oh, City.
Say happy Shabbat Shalom a day early. That's what
Shabbat Shalom.
I am so
I know,
excited.
right? We ain't getting ready to start the week like yeah.
Wait, so I don't know if I told you this. The Jeffrey had agreed with me that if he got out, that we were going to do a prison star search.
It's not happening in Atlanta. I'll tell you that.
Well, no, we can't do it. We can't do it in the metro. Can't do it in the metro Atlanta area. We're gonna have to take our talents out west, like the other kid from Akron, LeBron. I'm from Akron.
So we can take it to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do
we can do a whole lot of BS. First, I don't even have to be licensed by law to do my expertise. By the way, I hope y'all know Kim Kardashian is a lawyer in California right now, so I can do it.
Yeah.
How much money you need?
Her and I love Scott. Her friend Budnick, who goes to prisons. We're gonna all get together and we're gonna do a prison star search. It's gonna be under YSL label. Paige Whitaker will probably subscribe. Here's the thing: I don't know if she has kids, but I was thinking about her today.
She does. 2 of them, boy and a girl.
Her kids must love Young Thug.
Yeah, they do.
I could just kind of tell by the way that she was like.
But she doesn't like that her kids Young Thug, or she doesn't like the things. Some of the
well,
things.
yeah, she's like.
No, she doesn't like her kids can listen to Young Thug more than her. Let's understand something. There's a big difference.
How about Adrian rapping today?
Fuck her. Shit about that ragtag ass goddamn piece of shit.
Like I'm not professional enough. I'm sorry. She takes every ounce of my professionalism and it tosses it out the window because I'm like, I'm about half her size. Maybe not now that I have a baby, but like, oh my God, every word out of her mouth. Hearing her even recite his lyrics feels like a copyright violation. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
She has no seasoning.
Shut up.
So I had to ask you this question because the people want to know. Have we spoken before we met up on Nick's live stream?
Never and never. And I literally, the only reason I'm ending up on these shows is because I vocally hate Adrian, and have a lot to say about the Fulton DA's office. And so I ended up on a few podcasts that you were on. And then you had said that you knew about my client, Shane Kendall. Everyone look it up. And it's something that
And
Adrian
what did you think about that, by the way? Because we hadn't spoke about any reporting I did on that case. What did you believe about it? Because they're gonna say it's some Jew on Jew shit. So I just want you to kind of break that down a little bit.
Anyone who hates us for being Jewish, I'm so sorry that your parent, who said it, that their parents didn't love them enough. If you hate Jewish people, I'm just wondering who your parents are and what they did to you.
Don't blame the Jews for your parents.
Yeah.
Are you a part of the cabal?
Michael Rappaport, my hero, said that. And I bet these people that are, hey, listen, I'm for peace for everybody, but I also think that, like, if you don't think that Israel should exist, you don't understand peace at all. And you shouldn't pretend to be
1247. So there's that. Remember those numbers, 1247. But that's called BC. We don't care about that. But all right.
But have you been to Israel? Because I've actually been. People have asked me in the comments. Yeah, I've been to Israel. I got family that live in Israel, and actually,
it don't matter.
But the beautiful thing about it is that they don't even like Netanyahu. They might agree, kind of like people didn't like George Bush's war policy. It's fine to not like a country's war policy, to want an entire country to not exist because you're mad that they're at war with terrorists. It really sucks to try to negotiate peace with terrorists. And I feel bad for anybody who's living under terrorist rule. We can
all I'll say is this: gays for Palestine has been the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. The crazy, go say that shit over there. Gays for Palestine.
People that think that we're losers and I'm annoying because you disagree with me and are butthurt, like that's not a good way to debate and go through life. I'm just saying, you can find me annoying, but just think about what's triggering you. Is it just that you disagree? You might disagree.
I could tell you what annoys them about us in particular is the camaraderie, number one.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get on the conversation and end without some type of agreement.
Oh yeah. Okay, TR111, you're my favorite kind of pro-Palestine. You, sir, or female, whatever you are, God help you. I do pray for you. Because he called us Zionist bloodthirsty demons. It's absolutely, if you're calling somebody a Zionist as some kind of slur,
insult, like, is insane.
You are just as bigoted as everybody else. So check yourself.
It's but we're not gonna win. We know we're not gonna win the media, though we control the media.
Baby
no, hey Rachel, we control the media, though we can't say what the hell the media does, so we can't take that.
A woman.
There's no Jewish person who believes in killing kids is a good thing. Not one. I haven't met one.
No, but they say that because we support the existence of a country that is at war, and because they're at war, children are sadly dying. I don't want children to die. I don't want animals to die. I don't want
a war that has existed BC. That means before Christ, by the way. I hope a lot of y'all understand this part. Like Rachel, unfortunately, because of the image that she'll paint, she can't go into it as far as I can. But there's a BC thing that exists, and she's not gonna do it to y'all because she can't.
I might be a good witch though. I'm not a scary Jew, but I am a good witch. Don't disrespect me. Yeah, and I might
let's see it to it. Let's just get to it. Let's do it because we can't.
We shouldn't. And it's not good
because we can't.
I can't use cannabis while I'm pregnant, and so I can't get this angry right.
Seti has never been confused. A Daniel miserable, pathetic life. Don't ever play me like that.
No one's confused, babe. Why can't people have different? I spend my entire life professionally dealing with people whose opinion is different than mine.
No, because unfortunately, you have to just blindly agree. So it is what it is.
I know, and it's easy to be popular. It's easy to do the popular thing. Like, and that's the thing. There's a lot less Jews, so it's going to feel a whole lot less popular. But that's okay. To some of you, yes, Rappaport is my king. Disgusting. I mean, he's fucking hilarious. Sorry, TR111.
I'm just glad that the child father came on my live stream in the same space that we're in because they concocted this whole thing to say that you and I had a child, and I don't know how powerful this child was supposed to be, but yeah, I know it was massive, right?
It's going to be a lot of muscle, and
Yeah.
not not going to take shit from anybody. That's who our child. We can have. I hope Clyde said you can like be a godfather. You can come see baby Clyde whenever you want.
Oh,
But yeah,
100%. You know I
who
do
said
that in a
who said
heartbeat.
we had a kid? That's the funniest thing. We've never met. Have we ever met in person? I don't think so.
No, we
Yeah.
haven't even conversed besides Nick's live stream. We didn't even know who each other was.
No.
I covered your story and didn't even know who you were. And then you text me and was like, good job.
He covered Shane Kendall's story and about Adrian Love. And the thing is today I was telling Neil, today Adam Abadi and Adrian Love are sitting at the same table in the same courtroom that they
Pieces of shit.
ruined. And I'll think about it forever because I was part of it. And that's what, like, watching somebody like Brian Steele, as or Keith Adams as a trial attorney, you don't want to lose. And I'm embarrassed. And the people that hate me, I'm sure, can have fun in here, that I caused my client to lose. I think about it every day. I think about all the things I could have done differently, but my level of resentment and anger about them sitting at a table and having power over anybody else's life after what they did to Shane Kendall makes me fucking sick. It just does.
We'll delve further into that. The worst part is we gotta go to synagogue together. That's the first thing, and then after we leave synagogue, we can talk about all of this stuff, right?
I eat challah. I eat challah. That's part of being Jewish. What does it mean to be Jewish? It means that my dogs get challah in their kongs on Fridays.
So, oh golly. So, let's do it this way. How do you feel about the plea deal?
Well, now that it all worked out for Young Thug, I'm happy for him. I'm confused. I'm confused by a lot of things. They offered this morning. They said that they offered this morning time served, and then somehow it became 25 years.
And then it was 15 years.
I mean,
probation.
we're not talking about 15 minutes. We're talking about years of people's lives. It's just absolutely disgusting to me that you could go from 0 more years to 25 years, other than you just having your ego hurt. That's my dog slurping. But so I was actually shocked that he took the plea. It'll be interesting to hear from the jurors when the case is over. If Shannon and Yak don't take pleas. I heard that they're now asking for, I think, 30 on one of them and 40 on the other. And then the judge was saying
it's a 40-20 for Yak. I mean, no, it's a 40-20 for Shannon. Serve 10, do 7 times served, then get the what the fuck is that? What does that boil down to? Almost 3, so 7.5.
Just think about 7.5 years. That's all they were going to have him serve.
Yeah, that's for Shannon, and then Yak would have to essentially put himself, even though there's no evidence connecting him to the murder of Donovan Thomas. So cell phone data would connect Yak, and then Yak would have to serve 5 with a 20 in time served, which means he'll serve like 1.5 in the rest of Fulton County.
So, again, I talk about this a lot. It's more important to be free. This is why people take pleas when they're not guilty. Why do people take pleas when it's likely that the jury's on their side? Again, it's more, you don't want to gamble if you don't have to. It's more important to be free than right in a system that too often gets it wrong, and that's really. It's really easy for people, including myself. Like, I mean, we're going to grieve the end of this trial. I mean, as shitty as it was, it also kept us, it kept my attention and my interest. And so it sucks that it's over, but like the fun of, or just the risk of going to trial, the drama of trial, we're not the ones that have to serve the time. And so if you can know that you're going home soon, sometimes it's a good deal to make, even if you know that you're not guilty. That knows.
So how do you interpret the phrase "a death by 1,000 cuts"? How do you interpret that?
A death by 1,000 cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to tell you what my first thought. It's like what do they call it? I start thinking about what I want to do to certain people.
Okay, so let's not go there. So,
No.
Trey, I'm going to tell you something. I have held my fucking small ass mouth. I know I'm supposed to have a bunch of African features that I don't have. The lips are definitely not a part of that. So let me help you out. These lips don't flap for no bullshit. I'm just going to tell you that right now. All right. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not telling you some bullshit. I could have told you exactly what happened a week ago and prayed that I was wrong. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this shit. If you ever see the interviews that I'm about to concoct in the next 3 months, are you going to apologize or not? Because if you're not, get the fuck off my channel. Thank you.
Well, and it's I don't know what you've said previously, but I mean,
I said he should have taken it.
Yeah, well, he should have taken it, but I think also people like if I would have said people during a trial, if I'm trying a case, people ask me how the trial is going. I mean, you're not going to hear me say that I think that I'm winning. First of all, I think it's like bad luck, but also you just if you've tried enough cases, you just never know. And so, I mean, even though I felt like the defense was winning the trial, I worried that the jury would not agree and not see it that way. So bottom line is I can't wait till hopefully we resolve. I mean, I would like them to stay on trial, but I also would like them to resolve it because I can't wait to get these 12 jurors plus the alternates down for
There's no way this trial proceeds to next Friday. It's impossible.
No, I agree, but think about how amazing it's going to be when we get the chance to talk to those jurors. We may very well hear that they were going to acquit him. I mean, that's going to be fascinating. I mean, it's going to be fascinating to talk to each of them individually. And the thought that none of them are seeing what's going on right now is impossible as well. Because they're wondering why nobody respects their time, why they're being dicked around by the court. Come in, don't come in. It's just, I mean,
why we got a different judge on top of that, and then we show up and there's fucking 5 missing individuals, and then we're stuck to 2. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, you just think about. There's just no way. The deals aren't going to get sweeter, but you can tell the judge is ready for this to be over.
She wasn't built for it, though. Honestly.
I mean, she wasn't built for it, but no one's built to deal with Adrian this long. I mean, that's.
Good.
I mean, it's gonna again like just listening to her with her recitation of the facts. I mean, nobody wants to listen to that for years. I just like, and so I think that the judge. I think the case will be over. I agree with you, but I do feel bad that the jurors have been sitting there every single day that they're supposed to be there doing their job. Neil and I are gonna. I'm not a mathematician, but so it's like $25 a day. Let's say there's 14 or 15 of them. And then how many days? I know it's like per person, not that much money.
Oh, what it costs the state is 1 point, we calculate numbers. So it's 1.35 a month just to keep this shit going as far as the cost to Fulton County. I've done the calculations. And
yeah, the state should have to pay that back. So they want Jeffrey to pay a fine. I'm like, the state needs to pay a fine. Also, somebody asked about how is Jeffrey going to stay clean or not with the drug test. Well, hopefully he's going to go west. I was chatting.
He stayed in California before this even happened, by the way. Yeah, he was not in Georgia, by the way.
He's going to go back to California. He's going to get a doctor's note that he's using cannabis medicinally. And the judge basically made it clear that that's not going to become an issue. So that's how he's going to stay California sober. That's my guess.
And I will beat the shit out of him if he doesn't stay sober, because you guys will see Seti Nash around Jeffrey and making sure that the individual first, Jeffrey has people that are around him that are now 13 to 20 years older than him. Fuck it, I'll break down with this. I know the people that are around him. They weren't allowing this bullshit around him to proceed for the last 5 fucking years. That's why the shit that they heard was so old, was so hackneyed that it didn't even exist, to the point where cats like his security, cats like me were saying, ain't no fucking way in hell this shit about to go on, because we knew where he was going. Here is where he could have been. Here's where he was headed to.
Yeah, and where he started. And that's what I'm so glad the judge, I couldn't believe her empathy today. I was surprised in the most positive way, because my issue with her has been the fact that she was a former prosecutor in that office. And so based on that, it really scared me that she was going to act like them. For her to understand that he came from an area, came from pretty much nothing, and what he's done with his life. He has a 9th grade education, and the way that he's impacted not just Atlanta, but the world with his music. I mean, it's truly extraordinary. And so he's bound to do and continue to do extraordinary things.
But it's scary too. Remember, with great power, you got to remember that part. With great power, there's a lot of shit, because even if we're fair, to be disciplined requires an immense amount of sacrifice, and to progress stays at that sacrifice.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if this didn't steer him straight, what would? I mean, he's not. And the other thing about him, as he talked today, I mean, and I've met him several times, he's really like not that much of a problem child, but I mean, he does like to be liked, and he's cool. And so the issue is just him keeping people in his inner circle that will be honest with him, and that aren't just going to be like yes men around him. Unfortunately, that's what happened to Fonnie Willis's office. Is that Fonnie Willis surrounded herself with a bunch of yes men, including Nathan Wade, instead of people who would actually keep her in line with the power that she has. And look, she's gone off the rails.
And that's where I wish Ms. Kramer would have reached out, because I could have ran a ridiculous commercial for her that would have campaigned and got her in office. But
she's not, honestly, like in the criminal world in Fulton County, like she's not involved enough to just come out of the woodworks. I mean, I hope for her, but it's just not realistic.
She's not going to win. You know that.
Well, I mean, and that's how it's been. Whoever the incumbent is ends up. Other than
they
Paul
don't
Howard.
want to slang the mud that I was slaying. They would not slang the mud that I was slaying. There are exact quotes that she said against the incumbent that won her seat. I would have took those things and would have literally prefaced that and then went through it. We did this shit with Megan. What the fuck is her name? Megan, whatever the hell her name is, out of California. When she ran for governor, we fucked her ass up. Where we got her to literally boot this shit down with God, what is his name? Brown.
Mr. Marcus, come here. Mr. Marcus is apparently a porn star. I learned that from a deputy in Fulton. I didn't know him. Here's Marcus. Dark Mark.
Come on. Hey.
Mommy loves you, Marcus.
Jerry Brown. There we go. With Jerry Brown, we did the same thing with Jerry Brown's campaign. And I can say this. I was 100% responsible for putting those details in Jerry Brown's campaign. That took, what is Megan's fucking name? Jesus is going to fuck me out of here. But Megan took Arnold Schwarzenegger shit. We took what she said and took Arnold Schwarzenegger shit, and then we made them in the same campaign and got her ass obliterated. She lost by 67%. Wasn't even close. I could have did the same fucking thing.
Courtney? So I don't know Courtney well enough to like comment on that. And if I,
she's arrogant.
Yeah, most people.
I can win her this election. I can win her this election. It wouldn't be hard at all.
If I wanted the
power, it wouldn't be hard.
I need all the guns to be put down. I love the buyback.
Whitman. There we go. Megan Whitman. There we go. Meg Whitman. Yes. Yes. Whitman. I got rid of her ass. I can take credit for that. I got rid of Meg Whitman. Yes, I did.
Bye, ho. Bye-bye.
Those stupid ass, arrogant fucking. Is he drunk again? Nah, this right here, this was full. When I finish this and then the other thing, then I'm drunk. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's
I'm jealous as a pregnant person of all the fun everyone.
It's like Jesus and a shit ton of loaves and fishes. But yeah, like that out loud. Yeah.
Okay,
but
I'm
yeah.
gonna look at little Maggie Whitman. But either way, so you know that I met with Fonnie. So I actually campaigned for Fonnie. Here's another thing that's embarrassing, but very true, but very fun. When Fonnie was running, so Paul Howard was not good.
Power and was willing to use it. but then
Yeah.
lost it at the end.
He also rewarded convictions and didn't really care what people did to win. And Adrian Love came up as a prosecutor, just like Fonnie Willis did under Paul Howard.
Under the Paul Howard administration. Come on, Rachel, because you know I'm at the pressure on this shit.
Yeah, and I don't like Dwight.
Okay, so
Dwight Howard, I'm talking about, loser. Okay, that's his nephew. Fun fact about Paul Howard. But so, anyways, Paul was really bad, and he wasn't into canine. So I'm into canine cellmates. I'm into restorative justice. He wasn't. Fonnie, I brought Fonnie to my dear friend Michael Render's house, Killer Mike. I brought her there with the hopes that maybe he would consider endorsing her, because at the time, when Shane Kendall's case was going on, Paul Howard was still the elected DA. Did I tell you? I'm telling the world because I just don't care.
Not just going to it. Don't ask permission. Ask forgiveness after you done shit on everybody.
That I lit up right in front of her.
Come on.
I don't know. Said he's not bothered by that, but I've been saying it for the world. That I tried to make her cool.
If it's bad, I'm gonna stop you. You know how this shit goes.
No, I noses. Yeah, I lit up a big fat blunt in front of Fonnie. Next, Killer Mike and I did it just to kind of.
Dunikowski run for DA?
Dunikowski? Oh yes, I know. So do you know who Linda Dunikowski
is? Remember this. Fonnie is from Inglewood, so let's understand that part first before we go any further. Fonnie is from California. We're both born in California. She's from Inglewood. By the way,
I like D.
She's from where If Gang is from. She's from where If Gang is from. But go ahead.
Yeah, all the dear friend. No, I mean, so she's not cool. She was deep. She's a deep. This is what power does to people. I thought she was like she's cool, and she actually was really into the canine cellmates program that we have. We get guys out of jail, like repeat felony offenders out of jail. But then what's happened with this Trump case has really changed her.
Because Trump is a populist, we can just admit that, right? Can we admit that at least?
He's a silly man. He's a populist. I don't know. That's a
white nationalist populist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Yes, he's a populist. We can say that without it being disparaging at all. We don't. There's three things we can agree on.
What's the truth is I don't even really know what that word means, so I shouldn't. That's why I was scared to. That's why I was looking over there to Neil. Like,
all right, then let me do it, and then you just say
you do it.
Maybe you let me do it, and then you just say, all right, maybe. Does that work? No, because you can't do it because the the small amount of individuals who stand on my side are like, oh shit, holy shit. All right, cool. So we'll just do it this way. The popular take this round around because Trump has never won the popular vote with Hillary. He hasn't won that popular vote, and he's not won the popular vote with Biden. We can just say that out loud. But as far as the vocal populi, so let me help y'all out. Vox populi, for those who don't understand the English language, it just means essentially those who voice their opinions in the popular. So if you ever heard me speaking the quote unquote Yiddish, yeah.
Okay, and I don't understand the English language sometimes. I'm busy speaking Yiddish, as we discussed earlier.
All this stuff.
No, but okay,
The anti-populist is the elite.
It's just a popular opinion. That's all it is. Take it that way.
He's a Democrat.
Yeah, and he'll change it depending on who he's in front of and who's popular.
100%, as you should.
But he's very funny. I mean, I know no one thinks he's funny because he's dangerous. I look at him, I'm like, is this guy a comedian? It makes me. He's one of the reasons I believe we're in a simulation. Because like no fucking way.
Oh.
Neil just said he's toddler shitting in the pool. Funny. I guess so. That's
yeah, and it's funny because you can't hate cross dressers and wear that much makeup. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible. You cannot hate the LGBTQ and you wear that much fucking toner on your face. When fucking God, what is his name? And he was like, Tim Walz is clearly gay, and it's like Trump does this air jack off thing where he does like this the whole time, and it's like Yeah, it's like, bro, if I put two dicks there, it would seem you're the gayest man on earth.
It's one move. It's just one move.
No, and it just sucks because I'm a registered Republican, never been anything else. But I don't give a shit. What the fuck do I care? I'm voting in Oklahoma. It doesn't fucking matter.
I forgot. So you're between Oklahoma, Atlanta,
In California.
and Cali. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's all just take this entire thing out to California.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that because I don't win. I don't win. Because it's going to take. No, because it's going to take the Jewish acolytes to sue California for the rights to conceal carry and literally accept others' reciprocity, which I've been working on for the last
Here's the thing about
4 years.
most the white Jews. Fun fact.
Go ahead.
We don't really have guns.
Pussies and build underground.
I told Neil, who's not Jewish. I mean, Jewish men in America are not raised to have guns and fight, and their mothers want them to be pussies so they stay safe. I mean,
you build shit on underground, act like fucking moles, even though America is the last frontier, because Australia and China used to be the last frontier with America. And then 1992 happened, which sat up there and butt fucked China and butt fucked Australia and took away their handguns. See, when they talk about this bullshit that says, hey, we created over 2,500 gun laws. Yeah, that's the same shit that Australia did. And then they took away their handguns. The same shit that China did. And it took away their handguns. So America, like I could never vote fucking Democrat based on that. Because if you ever want to stop commit shootings in schools, it's simple. 3 armed officers, security systems, and dates. That's it.
Seti, I want nonviolent offenders from prison to be able to guard every classroom. Let them back into the schools to protect their children. I have a lot of ideas like that, and like I want to have daycare in prisons. Somebody asked about really quick about Young Thug getting his valuables back. So what Adrian,
we gotta preface this by saying admonishing civil forfeiture because that's where it stems from.
It's institutionalized theft. So there's a civil process by which the state, the police, Marcus is very angry about it. It's bullshit. Can steal your things if they claim that you got it from some kind of like illegal criminal activity. It is separate from a trial. And the DA's office, luckily, Adrian Love is not in charge of that anymore. She used to be for a period of time. So Young Thug, he's not going to get all of his valuables back yet. There's going to be a civil forfeiture hearing to deal with that at some later time. Adrian wanted the judge to skip that process and just give the windfall to the prosecutors. She basically wanted to steal from him. And it's absolutely disgusting, especially because unlike many cases where I guess you do have like a drug dealer and all of their watches and fancy shit comes from the cash from the drug stuff, like he has actually like millions and millions of dollars from legal activity.
Illicit activities that further YSL the enterprise. Yeah. I said because if you say it, then you'll be a racist.
What did I say? Oh yeah. Well, illegal enterprise is all people of all colors, but they love to steal from black people.
What car was Adrian Love leaving in, by the way? I heard she drove a pink 6-figure vehicle home for the last year. She didn't mind it, by the way.
It's a good thing I didn't. I mean, I'm so grateful I don't see her out publicly. I mean, it gets really awkward because, like, I will go into that trial and sit there, and today, for example, there's just no way I could have listened to her entire factual crap that she was spewing to the court without standing up and just being like, that's some bullshit, or like just I have like Tourette's when it comes to her. I just have to like get it out.
Can we say the oh god, because it's supposed to be factual basis of acknowledgments, even though on the most rudimentary levels, it's obfuscation to spread across the people who don't know better. Can we say that at least?
What about the factual basis? Yeah.
Yes.
And it's to give the judge a reason on the record to accept the plea based on what he's taking a plea to. She went way off. She went way off course. Slowly.
You're right. So how do you feel about the phrase? Yeah, I'm about to say some bullshit. It just is what it is. How do you feel about the phrase factual acknowledgments, but not what the fuck did she say? God. Oh.
Well, I know what she was trying to. She kept trying to get him. Introduce myself. Okay, so really quick, Adrian was trying to get him to say that he was guilty of things, and she was saying that it's a factual acknowledgement. It's a factual basis for the plea. I don't know what she was saying, but she's trying to get him to acknowledge that everything that she said was true, which is manipulative, and it wasn't true, as Brian Steele pointed out. For those of you who don't know, I'm Rachel Kaufman. I'm a criminal defense attorney in Atlanta and an outspoken advocate for fairness and fun.
Truth, justice, and everything in between. Just do that. Just that, because you got to remember, we live in a time that is bumper sticker. There's 3, and I ain't lost yet. There are 3, big 3 campaigns that have tried to go for office. All senators, by the way, they all won, by the way, because I don't give a shit. I just want to win. So it's bumper sticker talk. You gotta have to hit it quick. So, truth, justice, and what's the next one you want to
go? The American Way?
The American Way, Superman.
What is that? Guns?
That'll work. In the South, that'll work.
Yeah.
Truth, justice, and guns.
Truth, justice, and dogs.
And dogs. You can't lose with dogs. Can we go animals just to make it more broader?
Yeah, animals of the world.
All right, cool. All right, we can do that.
I'm going in a second because I want to go watch Love Is Blind reunion, which is embarrassing, but some of the ladies in the comments might understand.
Please.
I'm gonna make you watch it, Neil. But somebody asked, I look like I don't feel good. Like, you know what? 9 months of pregnancy. I'm in month 7. It doesn't fucking feel good. I don't know. Some of you ladies maybe have had better experiences, but like, I won't be doing this again. This is a one and done. Because I want to be I want to feel like you're feeling right now, Seti, and I'm not there.
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of branding.
I know. I can't because baby Clyde's growing, and I'm respecting my self-control and my baby's brain.
Your better half. It sounds like better half right now. Just to be fair to him, it sounds like the better half.
It is a better half. Speaking of transgenders for Palestine or whatever, I'm all gender. I'm all gendered right now. I haven't said that publicly. I'm growing a penis and I'm a woman. And I just think there's something about that just feels kind of wild and cool to me. Like the only thing that and eating are the only two cool things that I'm thinking about right now is that I'm all genders, you not the real thing to Tiny. I see why you go into the comments and have fun with it. It's kind of fun, you know, like people just love to dick riding grown. I can't, you know, where's your mother? I love you, Seti, and hopefully I'll come back on the show soon and we can talk more about Adrian Love and what's going to happen next. Maybe we can get the jurors. Let's try to get the jurors because that's what I want to do. I want to talk.
We're probably both caught into the same thing. This trial ends by next Friday, and
have access to them because I'm ready to. I can't wait to hear what they have to say, and hopefully I had jurors in the case with Shane Kendall write letters to Paul Howard at the time to fire Adrian. I told Fonnie to fire Adrian. I'll leave on that note. I had lunch with Fonnie after I smoked with Killer Mike in front of her. Tried to make her. I told her she'd be the coolest DA in the South, and she could start a blue wave, green wave of sorts if she just said that she wasn't going to prosecute any marijuana offenses, and she chose to not do that. I tried to do that, but I also told her about Adrian, all of Adrian's antics, and that she needed to get rid of her. And she kept her on, and she put her exactly where she put her. So
I'll say this. Unfortunately, with Adrian Love, the fucking phrase that soldiers use is I was just following orders, and that's exactly how she's going to run her campaign. If she hired me, that's exactly what I would say.
Now, but now it's all blowing up in their faces, and I can't wait to hear these jurors be like, "The real criminal that we saw in the courtroom was Adrian. Let's put her in jail." Yeah, and I guess it says everything. That's why she kept her there. That's what scares me is that I really enjoyed Fonnie Willis when she was a prosecutor before she became the DA. She was a decent, relatively fair prosecutor. But yeah, what did it tell me when she put Adrian in the position of taking over this Young Thug case? She lost her fucking mind.
Well, I mean, she had Abate's bitch ass, and he wasn't shit. So, I mean, he's been called out at least 10 times that I can point out by the Superior Court of Georgia. So he's been somebody's pinata for a while. Like, Abate is worse than Love because he'll bend over.
Yes.
He will bend over.
He will do whatever is asked of him by whoever he's kind of like a Smee. You know Captain Hook?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like
Lost Boys Forever.
Yeah, he's like a much cleaner version of Smee. Yeah, he's Iago.
Remember Rufio? Yeah. So the people who don't know, we know Rufio, but as far as the rest of the Lost Boys, yeah, they fall under the wayside. But I know where you're talking about. I know where you're going to. But
yeah, I need to follow through and make a bar complaint against Adrian. I need to do a lot of things. But she did
lose. Because the bar isn't even there's so much shit I can say. I'm just not gonna say it.
We're gonna stay tuned and do this again because I have to pee and watch Love Is Blind because I love to tune out so I don't have to stay angry all day. It's really fun to like watch things that don't fucking matter. So on that note, I love you, Seti. Shabbat shalom a day early. Goodbye,
Shabbat shalom, Lahithro.
I do need some sleep, and I'm unfortunately, I'm not. I'm so white, folks, that you can see through my skin, and so what ends up happening is I have very dark circles under my eyes, but I'm transparent, and I'll let you know that's just the reality. Some people might think I need a nose job. I can't be perfect. I'm a lot of things, but
you and me both. But it's perfectly fine. So it is what it is.
Love ya. Bye, baby.
Always. So I don't know if y'all believe it or not. We don't have a kid together. You met the mother of her child, and I'm gonna be fair. Shout out to those who pulled up. I could have made others pull up, but I'm gonna get a bigger video done for you guys right after. And I'm gonna be fair, square, obvious, and honest. I don't like this plea deal. I do not like this plea deal. Half of me want a Young Thug to complete the fight because he had the money and the resources to do it. But the other half of me made a video a couple of months ago that said, just go home, bro. Just go home. Just go home. I know what I said. I said what I know, but just go home, man. And this shit hurt, bro. It hurt from the standpoint of we finally seen one of our own standing up to the system, but the system is so strong, man. The system is so strong that it breaks everybody down. If you don't think this hurt Young Thug sisters, you don't think it hurt Young Thug. Young Thug had a mother of his child be taken away from him, and he wasn't able to comfort. Young Thug had a child lose his mother, and he wasn't able to sit there and comfort his own child, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you. Thug's stronger than me. These are some heartless ass individuals. They just are. And to take on the Thug wasn't guilty. He wasn't. Y'all can't sit there in this trial and say that he was 100% guilty. We can't do that. This man has lost so much. His mom being wheeled in a freaking wheelchair to support her son. He had to look at his mom and go, don't cry. Don't cry. And as much as I want to tear in a Young Thug, I really wanted to go in on Young Thug and talk so much crap about him. But the people that I know beside the case is bad. And he didn't want to take, I can tell you 100%, he did not want to take this, but he understood the bigger plan. And I hate to say this about him, bruh. You didn't want to leave it to them drawers. You didn't. I know what them drawers look like. So I never spoke on the drawers. You didn't want to lead them drawers to these people. You just didn't. You didn't want to leave the final shit to these people. You understood. You didn't. I know exactly what the drawers look like. I can tell you, I walk in there. I just pray for that man because he's stronger than me. And I don't know what it took in this man's life to do what he had to do, because it's not what he wanted to do. It's what he had to do. It's what he had to do, bro. It's what he had to do, man. I don't even, bro. I could tell y'all this. I can get the interview with Young Thug. I don't even want it. I don't even want it, bro. Jeffrey Williams, go live your life, bro. Don't care about what niggas is talking about. Don't care about what we talking about, bro. I'ma still support Shannon. I'ma still support Yak. But honestly, I already called this damn near 2 months ago. Take your lick and go home, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro. But I'm gonna get y'all a bigger video and really go in on how I feel about this. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Said he can't handle alcohol. You can't see me, nigga. Don't even talk. AK, you can't even see me, bro. Stop running. You drinking wine coolers, acting like you drunk, nigga. Don't make me expose you, AK. AK, don't make me get on your top, bro. You drink wine coolers, nigga. Don't you run your mouth. You drink wine coolers, bro. You can't talk that talk with me. What you talking to? You drink 3% alcohol, bro. AK, don't make me expose you, bro. You drink 3% alcohol acting like you drunk. You drunk on wine coolers, bro. If we was in the old school days, you be getting drunk on Zimas. Don't run your mouth about me. You ain't big enough. What you talking to? Nah. And half your drinks be opened up and watered anyways. Bro, AK, I'll expose you right now, bro. Your drinks be, half of it be poured out and filled with alcohol. I'll expose you right now. Block your ass, nigga. Don't talk that talk. You ain't built like this. You not built like this. And nigga, ask AK why he ain't never put a bottle on live stream and it ain't been halfway open. That nigga go in there and pour half of it out. So I don't want to hear about no AK-47. Block his ass. Don't block him for real. But I don't want to hear about no nigga who drink 50% alcohol and his stuff. AK, don't talk that talk because you ain't built like me. You talking to, nigga? Who you talking to? Shut up. Who you talking to? You smoke diet cigarettes, nigga. Don't talk to me. You ain't no real alcoholic, nigga. Stop running your mouth. before I punk you on your own live stream. Talking to like you ain't built, you not built like this. You only weigh 220 pounds. You a fake fat nigga. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. You a fake skinny nigga. Shut up. Don't talk to me. AK ass. That nigga don't wake up with no hangovers. That nigga didn't drink diet alcohol. We don't talk to that nigga. He ain't real. AK the fakest nigga on here. That nigga not real. Fuck is he talking to? Everything about that nigga is diet. He a light-skinned nigga by accident. Man, that nigga put a pillow in his stomach. He ain't even real fat. I don't want to talk to that nigga. Fuck is he talking to? That nigga drink natural ice. Fuck AK, bro. I don't want to talk to that nigga. Ask that nigga the real. Tell that nigga, you ever seen him pop a real bottle on live stream? Well, fuck that nigga, bro. Now, get on his ass. All that bullshit he be talking. That nigga buy 3-packs. He don't buy real 6-packs, bro. Fuck is he talking to? Nah, I don't fuck that nigga. I don't talk to that nigga, bro. He buy motherfucking 3-packs, tall cans, and don't even drink them all the halfway. Fuck is he talking to? I don't give a fuck. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga, bro. No, AK be on here with diet drinks. Fuck that nigga talking to. Bro, we ain't dealing with that nigga. He heard what that nigga said for a minute. Oh, bro, I'm Moroccan. You ain't even black like us. Fuck, nigga. Natty Ice. True story. Man, bro, fuck AK-47. Nigga, you a 22 at max. Fuck is he talking to? Nigga, get your ass up out of here, bro. Block his ass. Here with that nigga. Who the fuck is AK? You ain't an AK, nigga. Who the fuck talk about Russian made? Why ain't he name himself AR-15 or AR-10? Why ain't he name himself that shit? Fuck that nigga. Yeah, I'm about to be petty. Fuck that nigga, bro. That nigga talking shit. You can't. Nigga, you see how big these biceps is, nigga? These some real biceps, nigga. Yeah, flavor 2112s, nigga. You drink vodka Sprite. Fuck. Hear that nigga fucking mouth running. Who is he talking to? He ain't built like that. Everything that nigga drink be off brand. It be watered down, bruh. Everything that nigga drink be off brand. We ain't bros after this. Come expose his ass. Nah, bruh. Nah. Everything that nigga drink, he can shake up. Who the fuck can drink up some man, fuck out of here. Everything he drink gotta be shook up. Fuck. That nigga drinks me like this. Yeah, I'm about to get turned up now. Ooh, I'm about to get turned up now. Ooh, my name AK-47. I gotta shake this shit up. Who the fuck you talking to? Nigga? Nah, fuck that nigga, bro. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. That nigga, everything he drink be shook up. Bro, you got a mixed drink. You got a mixed drink out your bottle. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. Talk to me. Out that smearing off, dancing and shit, shaking ass. That nigga stiff ass fucking drinks. I can't be doing this. Don't even know half the fucking old school songs he talking about. Young ass nigga. Boy. You goddamn boy. You a fucking boy, nigga. That nigga drink 3 wine coolers and get out his motherfucking body. Fuck AK-47. That nigga be listening to Jodeci and turning up. I don't believe a nigga like that anyways. That nigga be I'll show y'all a fucking AK-47 motherfucking live stream right now. Hold on. Here we go. Jodeci. I'm gonna fuck this nigga whole live stream up. You embarrassing yourself, to so be it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck him. Should have been talking shit. Here we go. This is how AK be doing it. Every time I close your eyes, it's every single day. I get to feel nothing. Since you be I see, I would give anything to make you. That's I just exposed AK-47. That's all his live streams be off of. That's all he do. I dare him to respond. I dare him to respond. That's what he be doing. Huh? That's what he be doing. Now what he gonna say?